I'm not sure how this is going to go. Normally I would write about this kind of thing, but let me see if I can squeeze it into 3 minutes. Earlier today I was shopping at the Co-op. I go there probably every other day. There was a pregnant girl outside checking out the tomato plants, and she had one particular plant in her hands that was all sprawly and dangly and yellowed. It looked weak and diseased and fragile. And I had to stop and say to her, you know, my ex-boyfriend always bought the dying plants, the flowers that were, you know, ready to just cave in. And he would buy them and plant them and nurse them back to health. And she laughed and I laughed. And I said, you know, you're going to do that. You're going to buy it. You're going to take it home. That's what you're going to do. And as I walked to my car, I was thinking about him, my ex-boyfriend. And about an hour later, I was here at the house and I decided to call him. He hadn't been picking up at all for the past year or so. In fact, I had thought maybe my number was blocked because, you know, even when I 67'd it, I wouldn't get anywhere. Today, he answered the phone. So, kind of taken by surprise, I told him about running into the girl that I saw at the store who was buying plants just like he did. And I told him I was glad that he was happy, because about 2.5 months ago I found out that he had met someone and gotten married. Yeah, he's married. Anyway, you know, I ran into this girl and I never saw her before, I don't know her. And she reminded me of him, and when I called him, he picked up. Just reminds me of something I said a week or so ago about moving on. You don't. Relationships don't end. They just change. You know when you hear the voice of someone you loved for several years, your feelings hit restart. You know, they find a way.